Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in beautiful Spakovo, Poland. I'm already here at the sheep pen and look at that, we had 3 new birds. Let's see who the new ladies and gentlemen are. So we have one girl. Overall she has very good genetics. Let's give her a name. Strange Inca. Okay. And then we have a boy, which is overall average. Let's give him a name, Friendly Magic Firm. And another boy, which is also average, even though fertility is very high and quality is high. Good. So I guess that means we're gonna get a better price for him when time comes. And you're gonna be Edward. As you do. Okay, I'm sorry. Bakel is expecting 2 babies and they're gonna be here anytime now. Daisy is the one that gave birth. Cupcake is also expecting 2 babies and Marshmallow is also expecting 3. So yeah, Daisy, if you have a quick look about it. Strange Inca, these are the genetics. Good, high, high, very low, very high, average. Daisy is bad, extremely low, very low, very low, extremely low, very low. But the father, sheer luck, he's got all the good qualities. And this is why we have better genetics in our babies. Hello. Daisy. Yeah, proud mama. Alright, where was I? Okay, there's still plenty of water. I do need to fill the manure trough over here. This is getting extremely low. Let's check on our piglets. Is there anything new on this side? And started treatment. Okay, nothing new. So where did they become adults? 6 months. What? Wait, that means they're gonna be adults next month? Okay, so that also means that we have to start thinking about... What about you, boars? 8 months. Right, that means that we have to start thinking about pig transport. And while we're at it, I do think I'm gonna bring over at least 2 new Highland cows because we are not getting enough manure. This is simply inadequate for keeping on top of our demands. Yeah, 1,883 liters. Incidentally, today is also the last day we can put some wheat in the ground. And I desperately need to do that because otherwise we're gonna run out of straw next year. So how do I go about on this? Right. Alright, I forgot. I actually intended to go and mulch the soybeans we harvested previously. So let's make sure we do that. In the meantime, I'm gonna call to the animal dealers since they have something for us. Okay, in the meantime I can actually decide on which field I'm gonna have my wheat in. Because I do want to go with wheat instead of barley, even though barley is also a good option. Okay, well, it's only 13 degrees outside, which means doors are closing. And yeah, well, I'll be right back. Yeah, we should make a quick job out of this soybean field. But I still think it's gonna be better if we do it rather than if we don't. It's working, yeah, perfect. Righty. And yeah, I will not bore you with all this work. I'll just show a few action shots and be on the other side. As expected, this went by fairly smoothly. And I did get a chance to talk with the animal dealers, and they have the trailer ready for us. It's an old abandoned trailer, but we can get it for 4,500. So yeah, it's not the cheapest trailer I have ever seen, but it's still close enough, right? And I think it has capacity for, well, I'm not gonna say, because I will probably make a lie. Okay, and feel mulched. Right. So what kind of, which one of the fields would you think it's the best for putting wheat in? Because usually cereal crops yield fairly high amounts of grain. So yeah, I think this field is gonna be corn. Even though we actually had soybeans in, and I don't think corn is the best crop to follow the soybeans. Or maybe it is, I don't know. But since corn and soybeans, I think, are the main feed for our pigs, it doesn't really strike me as a good thing to replace one another, because they seem to have similar ingredients in the plant. Or do they? Come on, happy. Trying to get the notepad out and not to unalive myself in the meantime. Whew, okay, a pen fell out. Alright, so corn, sorghum. Oh, corn and sorghum are interchangeable. I'm driving like a maniac. It's a good thing we're alone on this road. Okay, so corn can be in this field on our right. Roger that. So that field at the end could be good for corn. We could put wheat into this one. And we could put... oh, well, what else do we need? Some kind of an oily crop. Again, I'm reading while driving. So if we get corn, we then need wheat, barley or rye. Okay, if we put wheat in, then soybeans, canola or sunflower. Do we try sunflower this year? Because we can plant it, and if we are gonna buy the corn header, we just might... yeah, you know what, we really should. let me quickly check when the planting season for the sunflower is. I would guess it's in the spring sometime. Because I don't think that sunflower is particularly good in going through winters. Okay, let's check the planting times. Why don't we? Alright. Sunflower, yeah, we can put sunflower in March. Okay, good. So what I need now is cultivator. And I've just been thinking, do we simply put in... Let me read on that, because I'm not exactly sure if we can straight up cultivate the field after having sorghum in. Let me be right back. Alright, good news. It doesn't need plowing. Thank you to the gods of internet for giving all that free information. Yeah, so it doesn't need plowing, so I'm just gonna take this small cultivator. I think it's still here. Did I put it somewhere else? Right. Right. I seem to have lost my cultivator. I didn't just set it, did I? Kind of think that I had it in here. An intriguing thing. Well, if it's not here, then it must be down at the shed where we have all the other equipment. I hope this isn't the case as it was with that mulcher that disappeared on us. I still have no clue where that went, so yeah. Keep bleeping, keep bleeping. Okay, so there's this deep subsolar. Oh, look at that. There it is. My tidiness actually made me lose it. Yeah, I think this is gonna be exactly what we need for the sorghum field. Because we just need to loosen the soil a bit and then we can take our seeder in the field. Alright, so the field is now all cultivated, and I gotta say it's looking very, very nice. This so-called soil tickler is working magic. Yeah, let's just finish it off and can go back to the farm, put on a seeder. Yeah, so I do acknowledge that this might be getting repetitive, but such is life in farming, you know. You kind of sort of keep repeating things year by year and just add a machine here, change something there, add a building here. Make your life easier in one way or another. But in the end, if you look at the grand scheme of things, you tickle the soil, you put seed in the soil, you fertilize the soil, you watch it grow and your heart sings about it, and in the end you harvest it, and you know what time it is then? Start tickling the soil. And the process repeats once again. So yeah. Alright, so thinking. I shouldn't probably think too hard. But I still kind of think I'm gonna put this in front of the windrower because I don't plan on using it this year. Let's just keep it right here. And now let's put the planter out of the way. And we are also not gonna use the planter this year, so I don't know. Where do I stick it in? There's nowhere actually to stick it in. I'm gonna put it here and then move it away because we are gonna need the snowblower in the winter time. Right, now my general question is, do we have any seed left in the seeder? And I'm guessing that's gonna be a resounding no. Here's hoping. Yep, that's completely empty. So much life on this farm. It's really nice. And the one thing I love about it is we have so much diversity. Because there's a lot of farms around that only have cattle, for example, or they only have sheep. But we have all kinds of things. But this is the only seed we got left. Yikes. But I think it's gonna be enough to put the wheat in. And we're gonna have to go buy another pallet for the next year's sowing season. Alright, let's load this up. This doesn't look like a lot, but we'll see how far it gets us, because it might be enough, you know, it's not such a big field. After all, excuse me, my voice cracked. Okay. So I'll be honest, I did not plan on putting any seed in the ground when I woke up this morning. And look at us, here we are. Right, so let's start the airflow. Let's see how far this takes us. Right, so I came to roughly, let's say, a third of a field through, and we are practically running out of seed. So I'm gonna make a quick little pit stop at the shop, and I'm gonna get a few bags of seed just to finish this off, and we can get more in springtime when the time is right for sowing, and at the same time we're not gonna have any seed in the shed, because it might go stale, it might go wet, you never know. Okay, 315 euros for the seed. Now let's drop it in, and away we go. So it's 250 liters, which should technically take us all the way through. Okay, let's drop it all in. Beautiful. Well, still doesn't look very full, does it? Oh well, it is what it is. Good, so slowly inching towards the end of the field, and if you check our seed status, you can actually see we haven't even tapped into what we bought. We bought 250 liters, so we have 11 liters of old seed still in the hopper. Well, old, previous. So I guess in the end we would have enough to finish the field. Who would have thought? Well, I wouldn't. Look at that, 8 liters. Man, I would be sweating eggs right now, I think. I'm pooping bricks. 7 liters. No, we would actually have enough. Well, what a surprise. Alright, and headland, and we're done with this year's seeding. Okay, so this field is gonna need rolling, but I'm gonna take care of that later on when I'm back with the new trailer for cattle, excuse me, for animal transport. Because we aren't gonna be transporting only cattle, we're gonna transport mostly pigs, sheep, possibly something else. Yeah, it's gonna be cool to have a machine like that, well, a trailer like that at home. Especially with pigs, because they do have litter of quite a lot of animals. They are expensive to keep, because you have to have root crops, you have to have, well, technically 4 different types of food for them. But otherwise, yeah, they have big offspring. Oh, shoot. Forgot to unload. Yeah, they have big offspring, a lot of it. Which means that you can sell a lot of animals when they all grow up. Well, I'll see you down at the animal dealers, where we make the transaction for the trailer. Come on, you can go. You can't. Thank you. Alright, so I'm gonna stop here at the office. I'm gonna have a word with the owners about the trailer, and then we can see where we're at in the end of this negotiation. I'm speaking like something huge and big is going down, but we're only buying a trailer. Well, the deal was struck, and we can take the trailer home. Oh, there's no way around this way. Alright, better go around then. Okay, and here is our beautiful trailer. Well, beautiful. You know, it's seen better days, but I still think it's gonna work exceptionally well for us. Can I actually reverse back up? Yes, I can. Gotta be careful of the slurry lagoon though. Okay. Let's see what we can get. Alrighty. So let's get... Oh, I wanted more of them. Well, you know what? Let's get both. Fuzzy cows. 3,070... No, 87 euros, and we're proud new owners of 2 new Highland cattle. Okay, let's close this up. Beautiful. And secure it. Good. LSM Innovation, brand of lsfarmingmods.com. An awesome trailer. and this is a fairly long trailer, so I gotta be mindful of that. But otherwise, I think I'm gonna store it outside. Yeah. Because I was thinking of having it somewhere undercover, but I can't really think of a cover that would accept this kind of trailer. And it has a tarp overhead, so yeah, I guess it's gonna be good to live outside. Okay, so I forgot to check if these cows have a name already. So we're gonna have to check the records, and if they don't have a name, you are very welcome and invited to suggest a name for 2 new cows. Cows are our permanent companions, so yeah, that basically means we're not selling them. This good enough? Yeah, it's good enough. Alright, hello ladies, let's get you off. Hey, look at that. The herd grew. Alright, so let's find Spike. No, this is one of the earlier cows. Okay, you don't have a name, so you're one of the new ones. I know. And you also don't have a name, so these two are our new animals here. And yeah, please, you're very welcome to give them names. And remember, they are ladies, because we wrongly named the rest 3 cows male names, even though they are all ladies. And they're already munching on the grass. Cute. Good. So let's close doors. And let's park this somewhere. It's probably gonna go down low. Well, in any case, what I'm gonna do next is take the compactor out, the roller, and I'm gonna try and make sure that our soil is nicely compacted to keep the seed in and to keep the moisture in. Even though, yeah, well, technically I wanted to say that we have problems with too much moisture, but in the last harvest we had problems with drought. So our continuous thing is we have problems. Alright, this is gonna be perfectly fine. Lucky glove. And I also have to put this under cover, and I have to give some manure into this pit, but that's all gonna be done off screen, I think, or maybe at the beginning of next episode. So yeah, so we don't run it for too long. So thank you all for watching. I hope you had fun. And take care, and see you next time. Goodbye.